rest got lost. I'll be the last one to get right off. I gotta live till my turns off.
Got a gnat in here.
I found myself and the rest got lost. I'll be the last one to get right off.
I know we're up and coming, but I feel as if we made it. Imagination is greater than public education.
Quotations.
I'm just saying, never let your dreams be taken. Take your hatred, build it up and bring it down. That's motivation. Success is waiting, so why ignore it when you can meet it tomorrow morning? Think out like where you going, touring,
Yeah, buddy.
what I'm doing, so it's worth it. I was sold, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, that's what
All right. Happy Monday.
Never standing with integrity. Maybe he just may be bigger than he may seem.
That's a great song. Guys, if you want a good song, type it in below.
Pardon
Check
all
this
of my
song out and add it
notifications
to
on
your
my
playlist.
phone that were
What's the name
happening
of that
there.
song?
It's called Fame or Julia. Oh, it's by Fame or Julia. It's called Dreams of Reality.
You guys need to go check that song out and add it to your playlist because it is a good one. It is a good one. It makes good pump up jams. Hi, everyone. Happy
Hey, Ty
Monday.
here. Is there a guy named Joel Osborne watching this right now?
Is there?
I don't know. He says great tunes, so I'm assuming he might just be on.
Let's
If you
take a
are,
look.
say hi.
Yep.
Look at
That's
that.
other Joel.
Who knows?
That's awesome. Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up?
Ashleigh Reeker here. Happy Monday to all of you. Hope you are doing well. You guys, T-minus
11 days.
11
10
days
days, whatever.
left,
Something.
and we will be down in Schertz, Texas with so many of you, getting to meet many of you for the first time, and we are super excited. I know our friend Donald Leaf, who just gave a quick shout out, we're actually going to be heading down with Donald. We have the same flights to and from Omaha because Donald is from where we're from, literally like a 10-minute drive away, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Are you here?
Yeah, sorry. There's a couple of people trying to get on the webinar night. Typically, here's what I love about Monday nights, and I've said this several weeks in a row. Monday night at 8 o'clock is a really tough time for people to plug into a webinar. So we'll start with just a handful of people, and there's 100 people at the end. And I'm talking, this freaking gnat is going to make me mad. If you guys just see me just like flail my hands, because I'm going after a gnat, okay? Anyway. Monday night at 8 o'clock, I love it. And it's hard for people to come on at Monday night because let's face it, a lot of people have families and they've got children that just went back to school, and you've got your job and you've got stuff. So Monday night at 8 o'clock, if there's 100 people on by the end, it's freaking cool because out of 50,000 people or whatever in Now Lifestyle, this 100 people or however many hop on, these are the people that are making money that are changing their circumstances in their lives.
Yeah.
There's always the 80-20 rule. Okay, 20% of all of Now Lifestyle is making all of the money, or 80%. They're probably doing 80% of the work, but trust me, that work is not hard because we set it up on automation.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
so if this is your first time checking out this webinar, we just want to welcome you. We're Adam and Ashleigh Reeker, 31 and 31 years old.
I don't know how old I am.
From Omaha, Nebraska, which
you
is
don't
smack
look
dab
31.
in the middle of the United States. And we joined Now Lifestyle 7 months ago. And we were brand new to the online space. We had done a business previously. It was our first online business that we did for about 2 months. We didn't even really do it because it's not around anymore. And that's when we found Now Lifestyle and partnered with Joel and some of the other leaders here. And we're just blessed to be here. And in that 7 months time, we have learned a lot. We have fallen on our face a lot. And we've seen success. We made our first dollar online with this company and have made many more dollars since then. And so if this is your first time checking this out, or you've joined us week to week, we just want to tell you that you can absolutely do this thing. And the only way that you fail is if you quit.
I guarantee you in Now Lifestyle, the only way to lose is to quit.
It's true.
If you're on our team, that's amplified by like 10 times.
Absolutely.
Anybody and I'm just talking to our team. You get it?
Yes.
It's teamwork. People on our team, if they just to say, well, I don't know if I can do it, I just say, okay, good luck.
Yeah.
And I'm serious about that because there's just a way to do this thing right. And so many people in Now Lifestyle do it right, which is very much vastly different from and an exception from the rest of the internet world. See another one.
That was
anyways. So, but the thing that you have to understand is there are shortcuts to your success. Okay? I say it again. There are shortcuts. Is there secrets? I don't know that I would call them secrets. I mean, Ashleigh and I, you know, there's going to come a day this next year where I pull up in a limousine outside of Ashleigh's place of work and just extract her out of the corporate America job and bring her home to be a free woman in America. She'll be free before 33, I guarantee you.
That's what my license plate is. I always wanted it to be free before 23 back in the day.
Oh yeah, well, we had to learn the hard way. I'm not very smart.
We were ready.
Anyways, there's shortcuts, and really shortcuts are just about thinking properly and understanding the tools that you've got. But I'll tell you, the real shortcut is understanding people, understanding that the person that you meet from across the globe on the other end of your computer screen may not be exactly like you, and in most cases will not be exactly like you. So if you've got a universal message or a universal system or universally what you do works, you can relate to literally anybody. I don't care where they come from.
Yeah.
We had a gentleman that joined our team about a month ago, and he's deaf. The only way I was ever able to coach him was through text message or email, and he hit the leaderboard in the first week. It's just because he was just wanting to tap into the tools and the systems and the training, and he just took action. And that's really the secret for everybody. Yeah. You know, when you start and you're the only person that you see in your downline and it's just you, well, the first thing you want to do is not try to go grow from you to 1,000 people overnight. The first thing that you want to do is slow way down to speed up and actually learn the system and the tools that you've got in place. What does that pop up?
You're fine. No one
Get that out of here.
No one else can see that, honey. Only
yeah, but I can see it.
Nobody knows that that's
There's pop-ups happening on our computer.
You make a big thing out of it.
You want me to bring our microphone back in? Yeah.
All right, so tonight...
Would you take me more seriously if I had this microphone in my hand?
Yeah.
That's my question.
I think so.
Okay.
Probably. So for tonight, we're going to be covering a few things, but before we get into the logistics, if at any point in time you can't hear us, let us know.
Yep.
And if somebody can be monitoring that, if it's a bunch of people, we'll tell you what to do, or we'll do something. If it's one person, we'll usually tell you what to do to help you with that. But you guys, tonight, I would just ask that you grab your notebooks, listen, because we are going to be covering some legit stuff to close out your month. Mm-hmm. Adam is the master of this, so I'm going to let him speak to it, and then we will plan to answer your questions toward the end of the call or the webinar. So please, if you do have questions, feel free to just hold on to those at the end, and we'll make sure to cover them. And yeah.
Well, there's a lot that can be said for creating momentum in your business. Really, ultimately, at the end of the day, the way to create momentum in your business falls solely on your shoulders. Okay, falls solely on your shoulders. My tongue tied.
Falls.
Yeah. Did I say falls shoulders?
Like you said.
Anyways. A lot of times on Mondays, we have the same type of day that you guys had. So anyways, but in order to really gear up your business, the best way to do this is understand where you're at the end of a month, have a game plan going into the next month, plan your work and work your plan. But here is what I've learned. I have had months dating, let's go back to 2 months ago. So we are in September. So really at the end of July, we just came off a huge month of June, a huge month of July. Heading into August, I didn't do some things at the end of July to set myself up for a huge August. Okay. I basically was so stuck in helping my brand newest person at the end of July that I forgot to go get new business at the last week of July, which was going to take me into August, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's very easy to just focus on what you've got. It's very easy if you're a brand new person to just focus on like 4 people in your downline and you're going to ride that pony. And I talk about this a lot. If you guys plug in every week, you're going to understand this more than people that are just plugging in for the first time. So if I just got like a handful or like 2 people on a left leg and 2 people on a right leg, and I'm just like, oh, how much traffic you running? You guys running traffic? How many setups you got? Who's in your holding tank? Number one, those people are not going to like you. But if I'm just trying to ride that pony to the finish line, It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because we're online, guys. We are in like the entire world is right in front of you online. So if we're just sitting here at the end of a month with a couple people in our left leg and a couple people in our right leg and saying, yeah, but next month there's going to be 400 people in my team. My first question to you personally is, how much traffic are you running? What is your activity? And honestly, going on 1,000 people on our team, I don't know if I've ever asked somebody, is your traffic set up for the week? I don't know if I've ever asked a single person. I don't know if I've asked a single person what their activity would look like that week. I don't plan to. I don't care. If you want to duplicate, it's about you and your activity, not your whether it's big or small. It's not about your team's activity. It's always about your activity. Okay. So the mistake that I actually did make back in July was the last week of July I'm talking about, because we're in the last week of September. We're going to talk about this. The last week of July, I actually I don't know if we had enough traffic running. I certainly didn't invest in guaranteed paid signups.
Yeah.
In the last week of July, I don't know if we did personal follow-ups that week. Now, we were pretty new and we had never really seen growth like what's happening. And so we were swallowed up in helping our downline grow and follow up. And the thing that we made the mistake of was we weren't bringing on new business personally. Okay. And so when we rolled into August was our worst month. I'm not talking about the income was bad. The income was still great. But our worst month of growth out of really at least 5 of the 7 months. Okay. And so it took me about 2 weeks into August. And I said, well, this isn't okay. We better figure this out right now because we want to go to 2,000 this year. And so what we realized was, yes, our team was growing. Yes, we were helping our team, but we weren't focused on us personally. And so here's what we did to adjust it for September. We said, okay, I'm at the last week of August. I'm going to double down. I'm going to throw myself in. Okay. We are going to go get guaranteed paid signups. We're going to go get Facebook leads. We're going to go set up our solo ad traffics. We're going to do even better broadcast emails the last week of August. Okay. So the whole month of August, our team literally stayed stagnant. There honestly wasn't maybe more than 20 people growth. Okay. But because of the last week of August, us getting focused, the first 2 weeks of September, we grew by over 100. Boom. Okay. So here we are in the last week of September heading into October. Now, understand this. The stuff that's happening in the downline, the leadership that's happening in the downline is better than ever. But the thing I don't want to do, I don't want to be a bad example.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last week of the month, we've invested heavily in solo ads. We've also invested in guaranteed paid signups. I also know what our broadcast emails look like. And I'm not looking to grow with 100 next month. I'm looking to grow by 200. And by the way, when you're operating in a binary structure and you grow by 200, you bless people. Because I only have 2 places on my 2 legs in my business to put those 200 people. I'm not going to bring all 200 of them on personally. Obviously, if I bring on 100 next month, it's a rock star month. But they got to go somewhere. And that's called spillover. That's called blessing your team. If you are sitting here right now with just a handful of people on each side, I'm telling you to keep leading. And we didn't always grow by that much. I remember our first month, I think we finally put 1 person in each leg. The second month, I think we had maybe 20. Okay. The third month, we probably still had 20, but the original 20 had grown. Right. So I actually got into a lot of this stuff last week, so I won't rehash it. But here's what I want you to know. I have always, for about the last 4 years, the last week of the month, I call it my 2-minute drill. Okay. So in football, it's football season. Okay. My football team's very bad right now. I actually can't even really watch them on Saturdays. I have better things to do. It becomes sad, right?
It becomes sad. Yeah.
So 2-minute drill. 4th quarter of a game, right? You're down by a score. You got to go the distance of a field and you only got 2 minutes to do it. Well, what do you do in your 2-minute drill in football? You run your bread and butter best plays that you know work every single time, and you do them fast, okay? So if I'm going to run my bread and butter in my Now Lifestyle business the last week of the month to make sure I get it done fast, which creates momentum in the next month, I do what I know works. Well, what works? Drive traffic to your links. That's number one, because that's everybody's bread and butter. The second thing I do is guaranteed paid signups. Some people, they do their guaranteed paid signups at the first week of the month because that's when people's paychecks come in from their jobs. I don't. I do them before the last week of the month. Why? Because I'm going to have all my follow-ups done, and now I'm going to have 5 or 10 new people that are driving traffic to their business heading into the next month. Okay? The next thing that I do is we make absolutely sure that we are promoting and promoting and promoting. What are we promoting? Well, events like this, things that give us credibility, okay? So I'm going to make sure I'm driving traffic through solo ads. Typically, we'll shoot a YouTube video. Ashleigh's probably shot 6 YouTube videos in the last week, which, by the way, we've already got signups from. Cool.
Yep. Had another person today.
And then I'm going to say, okay, I know who I want to go help next month, so I'm going to go get me some guaranteed paid signups, and I'm going to go start the leg that I'm going to work in big time next month, the last week of the month heading into the following. Okay? Is that crazy?
It's not crazy.
Now, if anybody out there thinks I'm just working my guts out to do this, it takes about like a couple hours to do all of everything I'm telling you about. I guarantee you. And I'm talking about throughout the week. It only takes like a couple hours. Ashleigh's awesome at broadcast emails. We bounce back and forth, but on a Saturday morning, I'll wake up and she'll say, I already have our broadcast emails done for the week. I'm like, oh, love you. Let me make you some eggs now.
We split up certain responsibilities.
And then, what we do, and that's our thing. I book every single follow-up and connect with every single new person that hits our holding tank. I do different level coaching, and Ashleigh does different level coaching. It's just, but if I was single, I could do this thing still within about 3 hours a week. I guarantee it. And it's just because understanding what you've got at your disposal. All right. So the last week of the month, I got to get traffic running. I got to do some guaranteed paid signups. I got to do some broadcast emails, because as you build your list, your opt-in list, your return on your investment does not come when you run a solo ad. It comes a month down the road because you've done consistent follow-up emails. Now, you can set up a whole month's worth of broadcast emails if you want to at one time. I don't care if you copy and paste that month's worth of emails every month for 12 months. If they work, they work. Who cares? Like, you can be ambitiously lazy in this and win big. Because people don't want to duplicate something where I'm just working my guts out every day. It won't work. Nobody wants to do that.
No.
But if you can duplicate being ambitiously lazy and actually learning automation, see, I don't talk to anybody until they hit my holding tank. So I just do the proper work long enough to where I have people hitting my holding tank. Like, I only talk to people who want to do what I'm doing. And if I talk to them and they say they want to do what I'm doing, but they're not doing what I'm doing, I don't always keep talking to them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my 5-minute rant there.
No, that wasn't a rant though. That was
Was it good?
Teaching your 2-minute drill.
Thank you.
So, guys, if you, I would encourage anyone that was listening to that or taking notes to run your own 2-minute drill and just see how it works. You really can gauge where you're at toward the end of the month and come into the next month with a good game plan of what you're doing. Your game plan might look a little different than ours, but ours includes the basic fundamentals that you need in order to grow your business. And just to piggyback or emphasize something that Adam said around solo ads, when you're running those solo ads and maybe you do a run and you have a decent amount of opt-ins, but you don't have any sales or people who hit your holding tank, we have talked to a lot of people that are like, I'm frustrated. Why doesn't that happen? We spoke with a top solo ad provider yesterday.
Yep.
Runs massive amounts of traffic a week.
A whole bunch.
And said to us point blank, what most people don't understand is that when you run solo ads, the return on your investment does not come initially. It comes over time because you have to build know, like, and trust with the people on your list.
Yep.
You have to connect with them every day. That's why broadcast emails are so important. This is coming from someone who has learned from some of the best in the business and now has made a name for himself.
Yep.
And when he said that, Adam and I just looked at each other and we're like,
it's what
good
we
to get that
it's
confirmation.
What we teach.
But there's sometimes where you hear it from, it's like when you grew up and your mother told you something over and over again. She gave her advice and you're like, yeah, whatever, mom. And then growing up, you hit later on in life, you hear someone else say the same thing your mother used to say, but you like receive the message and it makes sense.
Came from someone else.
And you're like, man, and your mom's just shaking her head like, yeah, I told you. It's very similar. So.
Oh. And so here's the thing, guys. To build momentum going into next month, it literally starts right now today. If you don't have solo ads set up, I recommend you do it. If you want to focus on free traffic, I recommend, hey, let's shoot a YouTube video. Shoot your YouTube video, right? If you can invest in guaranteed paid signups, this is the perfect night to do it. If you don't have solo ads, or I'm sorry, broadcast emails going out for this whole week, you're shooting yourself in the foot, guys. Because here's why. Well, you can wait until the first week of next month, but it's going to take you till the 15th of next month to see any traction from the solo ads you should have been doing the last week of this month.
Yep. And at that point, sorry, go ahead.
My thing is this. Consistency breeds emotional stability, right? So like emotionally, if you're stretched by some of this because you're trying to figure out how to work it into your week, if you don't start working it into your week, you'll never work it into your week. God's honest truth. Yeah. You got a busy schedule. If you guys, you know what, we should just do a vlog and actually just show people what our week looks like in our day-to-day.
We can do that.
It might remove a few excuses, but ultimately we had to remove our own excuses, guys. I mean, seriously. We aren't doing anything special.
Yeah, no, life is busy. It's not like we wouldn't love to be on the couch watching Monday. Well, we don't watch NFL football.
I hate NFL. I don't even like Husker football anymore, so I'm free on Saturdays and Sundays.
You say that, but it's not accurate. But
I'm free.
Relaxing on the couch with a glass of wine, which we will do after this. But we know that in order to take our business to the next level, doing things like this is important. This is a way that we sew back into the Now Lifestyle family. We host weekly webinars with our team on Sunday nights. And that's another way that we build our business because we're providing teaching and training. We're answering questions to help all of our leaders or anyone who wants to tap into that on our team go to the next level that next week. And so there are things that we do as business owners because we have a responsibility to our business and our paycheck and our future that there's short-term sacrifices. We're not working our businesses 80 hours a week. I probably work my full-time job more than I work our business.
Oh, by a mile, so do I. And like it's impossible not to.
Yep. And I don't even enjoy my full-time job as much as I enjoy doing this.
You can be good at something and not like it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone said we should do it. I actually mean a vlog. We'll video, like we'll capture this on film and we should do that.
We can do that. We'll share it out on our YouTube channel.
That'd be fun.
Okay.
Post a link here or something.
Yeah. So that was good, babe.
Well, I think it's the tools in Now Lifestyle are very duplicatable. The tools in Now Lifestyle are also sometimes misunderstood. Because, and I'm not going to tell you guys that Ashleigh and I didn't work hard from day one in Now Lifestyle. You know, in 7 months, you know, really this is our first online business we took on. And so really in about a 4-month period, everything happened. And yeah, we worked hard. Of course we did. Like, that's what we do. But the cool thing is now that our team is able to plug in. See, obviously, there's a couple sides to Ashleigh and I. Yes, we want to be free. Yes, we don't want to go to work. We absolutely want to create a system where people can do it faster than us and a lot easier than us. Mm-hmm. And from the bottom of my heart, I don't know why we are that way. I kind of do, but it's for another day. We want to bless people with that. And so, you know, the truth is we're actually live online with webinars 5 nights a week. We allow our team to follow up with us. They can invite their brand newest person onto a webinar with us, and we'll do the follow-up for you. Walk you through Now Lifestyle, teach you how to set up your LCS, and explain traffic to you. Now, here's my thing. Anybody that's not on our team, why can't you do that for your team? Why not?
You can.
Nobody gave us permission to do it.
We just did it.
Yeah, we just did it.
And what we found, it happened very organically to where I think our first few follow-ups, the people we followed up with set us free when they were like, I've done tons of online businesses, and you're the first actual real people to ever reach out to me.
Yeah.
And we're like,
and we didn't charge them like $2,000 an hour for our time, because my time's not worth $2,000 an hour.
yes, it is. It's priceless, babe.
But
But
okay, then.
nonetheless, it's something that we believe in doing. And we have been able to differentiate ourselves online by being people that do that. And no, we're not online 24/7. We live our lives. We both still work full time. Adam owns a successful custom home renovation business. I'm in corporate America. That requires us to have responsibilities from 8 to 5 and sometimes after.
I just
But-
hopped off a webinar because I was taking a phone call from a renovations customer. I hate answering their calls, but I have to. It's necessary.
Yes. But at the same time, we've been able to build our business in a way that we can connect with people, and we're able to create those relationships, because truly, you guys know this, people don't come in and see Now Lifestyle and sign up because they think Now Lifestyle is cool. They come in and they connect with a person.
Yeah.
They're going to connect
Now
with
lifestyle
you.
is cool, but trust me, that's not usually how
They're
it
going to
works.
connect with you and your story. Think about, so I could use this as an example. If you ever go onto Amazon.com and look at a product, what do you do to find out if you want to purchase the product? You're going to scroll through the reviews. You're
Yeah.
going to see what people say. You're connecting with people's experience with that product.
Oh.
And that's what allows for you to say yes or no. People are going to do the same thing in your online business.
People will join Now Lifestyle because it's cool. I guarantee it.
No, they
won't.
absolutely will.
They won't stick and stay
There's
unless they
something to
know.
be said.
Unless they know you.
Yep, exactly.
Unless, like, once you teach them how to do everything and they know how to do it, then it won't matter if you quit. Once they see it, they're going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
But there's a process. Like they'll see Now Lifestyle. That's why it's so powerful having guaranteed paid signups and Facebook leads and everything else. Yeah, they'll see it. It's easy to see. It's freaking awesome and getting better every day. Once they meet you, now you got somebody to lock arms with. Somebody asked us a question. Do you think it would be okay to just give them access to
We can roll into questions too if you want.
well, we can. I want to ask you something else. Somebody asked where they can learn. Can you explain how to do a broadcast, like links and URL?
Nick,
Do you
asked
think,
that.
is it safe to just?
Or I think we have that on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Nick, I don't know who you are or where you're at, but if you want to look Adam and I up on Facebook and friend request one of us, you can do that, and we'll send you a link.
We'll send you a how-to video.
We have a how-to that walks you through.
I don't want to promote my stuff outside of like what we do outside of anybody else's team Now Lifestyle, because we are here to serve Now Lifestyle.
Mhm.
We can plug into that. Okay, here, Ashley. I actually would like to give you the floor if you're up to it, just for a second, because we're about to go to Texas, and Thursday night will be fun. We don't have to say anything about it, what it is, but why is it important? Because I brought you to your first event when you were 20 years old, and you thought I was like the crazy guy with my head in the clouds.
Mhm.
And then now, 10 years later, you dropped out of a full ride and you're getting ready to come home from work and never go back. And I just think you have such a cool perspective. Don't give them everything, because you got to be in Texas to hear a full story. But I just think this is a really cool time, because we'll be on next Monday, and then we're off to Texas. We're doing the national event.
So
I know I totally am putting you on the spot.
What do you want me to talk
So
about?
when you're talking to somebody that's maybe never seen this, or maybe they've been in for a while, talk about what happens at events for your heart and your mind and your vision and your belief.
Mhm.
I just wanted you, I was going to put you on the spot, and I didn't tell you that because I wanted you to be on the spot.
Never does.
I wanted you to shoot from the hip and tell people straight, because I'm telling you, there will be somebody who decides at the very last minute to be in Church, Texas, and it will change your life.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. So
Here,
many
cheers.
moons ago, when I was a young 20-something, Adam took me to an event. It was a large-scale event, and we hopped on a bus for, 20 plus hours. And I was brand new to the, we weren't even online. We were offline network marketing. But I remember coming in and the excitement that was in the auditorium, and all of the people that were there, they rushed to the seats because they wanted to be in the front row, and listening to the speakers, one after one that came out on stage that told stories of I remember they provided training on the company we were a part of, but that didn't even matter to me. What resonated with me were the stories that people told, the stories of struggles, challenges, victories, wins. Watching women, which for me, this set my heart on fire, watching women be able to retire from their full-time jobs. They've replaced their income and then some. So they set their family on a financial path to be able to do that. And their husbands getting to walk them out of their jobs. Their husbands showing up in a limousine with hundreds of people, sometimes news stations showing up because people don't do that, and getting to walk in and carry their wives out, and their wives being free, not having to work a job, and their children, if they had children, their children were there, and running up to mom because they no longer have to go to daycare or be in someone else's care during the day because mom's home. And then getting to see fathers do the same thing. And the people that were on stage, how it resonated with me is they had the lives that I wanted. They lived lives that were, number one, glorifying, we believe in the Lord in this home, so glorifying the Lord. They believed in the sanctity of marriage and building strong marriages and strong families and strong homes. And that resonated with me because I came from a family where my mom's been married 3 times. My mom is a wonderful woman, but she cannot teach me what it means to have a solid marriage. She just can't. She's not capable of it. It's not because she's a bad person. She just has not learned that. And I saw people who had the values, who had the life that I'd so desired that I didn't even realize that I could have. I always thought somewhere inside of my heart that I could have those things. I just didn't know how. And then I began to see hundreds of people, thousands of people that wanted what I wanted, hundreds of them speaking on stage who had what I wanted. And I was like, there's a way. This doesn't have to be the way that the world has taught me, going to college, getting a job, getting, whatever. That doesn't have to be the way. I can choose to pave my own path. And I was thankful enough to have a man who loved me enough at the time to invite me to something like that. And for me, it was those messages from stage. It was after the conference wrapped up, going to the hotels to seek out the different leaders that had spoken on stage earlier, to get to actually really hear them talk, really hear their story, really get into the masterminding of it all, and getting the thought process, that success principle mentality and thought process that I was just hungry for. And I kept being hungry for it. I look back, and had I not said yes to going to something like that with Adam, who we had just started dating, and I made a decision to, shortly after starting to date, drop out of college. I actually think it was when we came back from my first event is when I opted out. I walked into my admissions counselor office and I said, I'm not supposed to be here. And she was like, are you lost? What's wrong? I was like, no, I'm not supposed to be in college right now. I need to drop out. And she couldn't believe it. I was on a president's scholarship at the time. All of my college was paid for, but I just knew I wasn't supposed to be there. I knew I was supposed to do something different with my life. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows after that. Believe me, if you're in Texas, you'll get to hear the meat and potatoes of our story and the heart of Adam and I's story. But it gave me hope. It allowed me to believe like these people believed, who had gone before me, who had done the things that I wanted to do with my life and were living that life. And it was just enough for me to keep going. And that weekend changed everything for me. And I know it did for you too when you went to your first one.
Yep.
And so if you're going to Shirts, Texas, I'm so excited to get to meet all of you. I hope to get to meet each and every one of you individually. If you see Adam and I, please come up and say hello, shake our hands. We want to get to meet all of you. If you're not going to Shirts, Texas, I'm sure that Joel would be happy to have you if you contacted them and said, hey, I heard Adam and Ashleigh talk, and I know that this is a really important event to be at, and I want to be there. Make it happen. Going to an event like that changes things. Mm-hmm. It changes you. And it's not so much of the business tools and things that you're going to learn. It's the messages of hope that you're going to hear from stage. And I'll tell you what, Adam and I don't take getting on that stage lightly. It's a big deal because we have a responsibility to each and every one of you to make sure that we're being good stewards of that microphone, being good stewards and sharing a message that resonates with you, and that, you know, we're being open and sharing our hearts with you, which is not something that we get to do a lot on these webinars, but you're going to get to hear the heart of the Reekers and of Daniel Kump, of people like Dave Gardner, Daniel Ackerman, Don and Janet Legere, the Webergs. Those are people that have gone through things in their life, and you see them here, and you're like, gosh, it's like they've been like this forever. I guarantee you they haven't. They've gone through a process. They've gone through a stage of personal growth in their life, and they just decided to do things differently. And so I would just encourage you to be there. If you're coming, I'm so excited to get to meet you. And yeah, we're excited. So.
All right. Thanks, babe. The funny thing is, at those events was the first time I related to people who wanted to do life the way I want to do it. Because I always wanted to be a millionaire. I never wanted to go to work. And then for the first time, I was around people that said, well, I already are a millionaire and I don't go to work. Would you like me to teach you how? And I said, yes, sir, please teach me how. And that's what you've got. I'm serious, guys. Like, do you understand? Have you ever noticed, like, super successful people, they only hang out with other super successful people? Have you ever asked yourself why that is? It's because they don't relate to losers. Okay, and I'm not saying anybody in this is, you're all winners, but they just don't relate to people who don't understand life at the level they understand it at. The thing I've always loved about this industry is, yes, I get to hang out with the people that have the life and the lifestyle that I want, but I get to hang out with everyday people and just help lead them in the right direction to get what we're all after. Let me tell you something. Once you make several $1,000s in a month online, you can't not see it. You can't deny it. I'm serious. I remember our first month, we made $78. And I said, that's all I need to see. Let's go. If I can make $78, I can make $78,000. I guarantee you. And I'm talking about in a month. Okay. So if you really, really, really want to close out your month properly and have momentum heading into the next month, do you want to do broadcast emails? Heck yeah, you do. It's important. Do you want to have guaranteed paid signups if you can invest in those? For sure. Do you want to have solo ad traffic? Absolutely. If you want to create momentum, not for next month, but for next year, get your butt to Shirts, Texas, October 4th through the 6th. Get to Texas. Like, that's my whole secret. If you want momentum, it's going to happen in Texas. Because I'm just going to tell you the secret. In my opinion, that's the official launch of Now Lifestyle. It's the official launch of Now Lifestyle. You have no idea how many amazing people are seeing Now Lifestyle for the first time. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just starting to happen. There's just a buzz. I recommend positioning yourself in the company, working hard, putting your structure in. So when that thing happens, it's just like kaboom, right? By the way, everything I just told you, whether it be guaranteed paid signups, Facebook leads, solo ads, an event ticket, a hotel room ticket, a plane ticket, a rent-a-car, that's all a tax write-off. That's called being a business owner. Every single dollar of it is a tax write-off, okay? That might be a little bit higher level. The ultimate goal here is to build momentum. Now, I'm looking to build momentum in people's businesses, and the people that are coming from our team, look out. I mean, I was looking at the leaderboards and the pins today. You know, when we hit Emerald, we had 2 Sapphires. We had like 7 or 8 freaking bronze, gold, you know, copper, whatever. I don't even know, because I wasn't looking at, when I got started, I didn't care about the smaller pins. I was like, let's go diamond. But I can look back now when we hit Emerald for the first month, and there's so many people at every single level coming right on behind us because we just blazed the trail for them. You can do that for your people. I just can't wait for the day that someone on our downline just smokes me, just blows by me like I'm standing still, because I will help them do it. I guarantee you. You guys want momentum? You already know what it takes to get momentum. I'm telling you to do it the last week of the month. And if you really want to have momentum for the next year, get your butt to Shirts, Texas, because we're going to let it all hang out.
There it is. So, all right. With that being said, we promised we'd do a Q&A, and we always do a Q&A at the end. So if you guys have questions, please drop them in the comments down below, and we can help answer as many as we can. and get you.
Game on.
Nice job.
We can play some Jeopardy music here.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna have a question roll in before that.
Well, maybe we'll not.
You spelled it. You didn't spell it right.
I didn't graduate. I went to public school, by the way.
Jeopardy.
You know what's funny is it auto-populated, and somebody else spelled it that way too.
It's good. Everyone's just responding good things, which is great. But if you guys have questions about Now Lifestyle, about your business, about Adam and I, you're welcome to ask them now. Is there an NLS mobile app? There is not an app, but you can use it on your phone. I would not recommend doing all of the things on your phone. It's a little hard to grow an internet business from your phone. Just an FYI.
No, it's for a whole hour. I have an hour of Jeopardy
on,
music.
No.
I was proud of myself for finding that.
I know. I'm really proud of you too.
Thank you.
You did a good job. Jeffrey, I think, asked, how much are you investing per month right now? So do you want to take that or you want me to take that?
One more time.
How much are we investing a month right now?
I'll be honest with you. We started at $50 a week when we signed up 7 months ago, and we just scaled from there.
And that was $50 a week in solo ads is what we did.
Solo ads, yeah.
We started putting aside some funds for guaranteed paid signups. We did those at least once a month.
That question's good. I like the question, but here's the thing. It's different for everybody.
Because everybody has different capital to work
with. The whole thing is consistency no matter what you're doing. Like, this thing is not, you're not trying to sprint, you're trying to figure it out for you. Everybody is different. That's just the truth.
Yeah. Oh, that's coming in fast. What other sources of leads do you use? So sources of traffic to get leads that we use are mainly solo ads, guaranteed paid signups, which you can find in your back office under reseller tools.
Yeah, reseller tools, and then this is build your downline with guaranteed paid signups.
Or Facebook leads. That's our main sources of traffic.
You never know. I'm not going to tell you that you'll have guaranteed paid signups that are higher quality than solo ads. You never know. You never know. That's why I do them all. I don't care where they come from. I'm looking to find winners that want to do this thing, and we found a bunch of them, and you'll all find a bunch of them too. If you're on a fast-growing team, you'll see spillover that happens beyond your control.
Yep, exactly. Also, somebody said building momentum at the end of the month to lead into the following month makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
We agree with that. You want to take that one or no?
Which one?
This one.
What are your thoughts and opinions on Funnel X ROI? I recommend you reach out to the person that you're working with that, because to be honest with you, one thing that Ashleigh and I are adamant about is just doing things the right way within our downline.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
Integrity is at the utmost importance on our team.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, don't even worry about it.
Is it good? It's good if you want it to be good. Otherwise, if it's like everything. Does it work? Of course it works for the people who work it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Good question. So Nick asked, what solo ad companies are you using?
We've tried several.
We have, yes. Udemy is a good source. You can actually create a free account with them, and it's just a bunch of other solo ad provider resellers. The other one that we use is called Traffic for Me. It's a little bit higher as far as their packages go, but we feel like they're
we've had solo ad traffics where we invested heavily and didn't get the results. Then we've had solo ads where we just invested a little and got great results.
Yeah.
It's consistency, guys. You have to understand that everything you invest is a tax write-off. I'm telling you, you'll thank me for this in April.
Yeah. Stan the man asks, can you do a cheat sheet on the broadcast messages you send out? It would give us something to ponder. Stan, I'd be interested to know.
Stan can have access to them anyways.
I know. Stan, you're like, if you're subscribed to our broadcast emails, you'd know. But I'd be interested to know, like, what type of, like, what information are you looking to gain from that? Because how we learned how to write broadcast emails was just by subscribing to a bunch of other people's broadcast emails. And
Truth. We subscribed to like Ty Lopez, Jason, or Grant Cardone, bunch of big people, and we just like took notes from their broadcast emails.
Mm-hmm.
And Stan, if you're not subscribed to our email list, just let me know and you can get subscribed to it and follow our thread every day.
Yeah.
The best thing that we've learned how to do on broadcast is tell a story. Tell a story about yourself. Because here's the thing. If you're talking about, well, okay, have a newborn baby, my wife and I both go to work, we're trying to figure this thing out online. Do you know how many people relate to that story? Like everybody, So you're just telling the truth. You just want to have the VSO video and your dollar sign up video. Those links in your broadcast emails, it's a home run.
Yeah, exactly. Jeffrey, I think, asked about having a registered business and tax ID. So Jeffrey, FYI, your W-9 that you set up to get paid with Now Lifestyle is just through, if you're a U.S. citizen, it's through your social security number. And you can have, is it a sole? No, you can just have that linked, your social.
Basically, it's sole proprietorship.
For tax purposes.
If
we're not registered CPAs. I'd recommend that you follow up with your CPA, but yeah. Oh, Mike had asked about the mobile app for the workout videos. Mike, I agree with you there. There's not currently a mobile app, but people who are trying to use the 7-minute workouts, like if you're at the gym, you're usually on your phone. That could be something you follow up with support with. Obviously, a mobile app is a totally new application that Joel and his development team would have to design. So there's an investment in that.
Everything that's happening with Now Lifestyle would lead me to believe that anything's possible with this company. Trust me, it's gonna be big.
Yeah. Let's see, I lost that one. Gregory asked, when you get your guaranteed signups, what do they need help with the most? Getting started.
Setting up their LCS.
So we help
day one stuff.
Yeah, we connect with them. We help them get their lead capture system set up. We usually do a screen share with our conference software and help them to drive traffic.
Mm-hmm. How would you determine your strongest leg? It's not always the amount of people that are in it. God's honest truth. It's the amount of people that are taking action and being duplicatable that are in it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where our left leg, was at a certain level that our right leg wasn't. And then Ashley and I threw ourselves into the right leg and totally smoked the left leg. And so how do you determine it? Well, basically in a binary structure, you've got two legs, right, left, whatever. You've got a power leg and a pay leg. So if you watch your cycle commissions, your power leg is going to be the people with the most people in it. So you said you had 100 people in this leg and 200 people in this leg. Obviously, like 200 people is your power leg, but the more people you add to the other leg, the more money you're going to make. Okay. So there's a couple different factors there, but I recommend you have relationships in both legs, and that'll give you a really good pulse on which one's the good one. How can you get on our subscriber list? You have to opt in. If you want to follow our list, I guess you can do that if you want to.
Maybe just send us a Facebook friend request.
Yeah, just Facebook. Sometimes it's best just a Facebook friend. I don't like to blast links here. We won't.
Yeah. Milton asked, how do we set up our NLS autoresponder with follow-up emails? So Milton, if you go to your back office and click on reseller tools, and then on the autoresponder tab, there's a video in there that actually shows you how to set up your autoresponder.
Mm-hmm. Follow up, but what works? Here's the thing. If you're driving enough traffic, we do broadcast emails every day. But you know who I follow up with outside of my broadcast? I don't follow up with anybody who's not my holding tank. We used to follow up with free members. Well, we still follow up with free members, but actually Joel's kind of doing that too. I'm telling you, if you're driving enough if you're not growing fast enough, you're not driving enough traffic. And I don't know how to rip the Band-Aid off any nicer than to tell you if you're not growing, you're not driving enough traffic. Does that cost money? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. It costs $1 million to buy into a McDonald's franchise. Okay.
So before we have anyone hit the people that are opting into our list, our subscribers, we're sending them daily broadcast emails. Once someone hits our holding tank, and all that means is that they've become a paid member, like they're either on a $1 trial, they've signed up for the VIP package or the platinum. And what we do once they hit our holding tank, we send them a text message.
An email.
And an email.
I don't call them anymore because no one answers phone calls.
Nobody.
God's honest truth.
That's how we follow up with them and connect with them.
But I'm not saying that all of our traffic comes from paid traffic. Oh my goodness, Arthur's on. People that only have phones, how should we deal with them? If they only have a phone, they're going to have a hard time building an online business, buddy.
And we're very honest with them about that. Yeah.
AJ, Arthur, which one of this? I heard you created another account last month, so I'm curious which account you're on right now. Anyway, here's the thing. If it's not all paid traffic that we use. Our YouTube channel has done really good. Our YouTube channel is one of the greatest sources of free traffic that we could have ever imagined. AJ, okay, cool. Arthur, I was just curious.
Somebody asked.
I knew it was you, by the way, so you stand out. Good for you.
Someone asked where in San Antonio Now Lifestyle is. I bet if you go to their website, you can scroll down and find the address to the home office. FYI. Yep. You created the broadcast emails. Where is a sample? So Mike, you can actually Google how to write a broadcast email. Like, this is information that you guys don't make this harder than it has to be. You're on someone's list. A great place to check with would be your sponsor, and to ask if you're not already opted into their broadcast emails, and getting those broadcast emails to ask them for that information. They can provide it to you. Or something else we did, we just went out and found online marketers. We subscribed to their list. We Googled how to write effective broadcast emails. That's how we learned. So
it's kind of funny because in the United States or wherever you are, people we're not empowered. We're just told to go to school and get a good job, so we never think for ourselves. Our coach did not teach us how to do half of what we do in that lifestyle. He just gave us permission to, and he cheered us on.
Yeah, that's true. Jerry, this is a great question. Jerry's asking about in his back office under the business section, there's a section that says promotion. Can you explain about that? So just real briefly, I know Daniel Kump, our personal coach and mentor, has touched on this. This is something that Now Lifestyle is testing, and it is essentially link tracking. So when you have a sign up, you can tell what funnel or what lead capture page, if you're driving traffic to multiple capture pages, where they're coming from. And that helps you determine what capture pages are converting the best.
Walter, okay. The first thing, Walter, are you in communication with your personal coach? That's my question to you. Because you're going to want to be. And if you're not right now, figure out who in your line of sponsorship can help you and connect with you regularly. Because anybody that wants to grow Now Lifestyle, they raise their hand, they stick their head above the crowd, they stand out. And somebody's going to see you. Somebody's going to lock arms with you. And so if you have to do some things to go make yourself stand out, I recommend you do that.
Jason asked if we've ever had a bad experience with traffic that seemed like fake emails or bot traffic. I don't think we've had bot traffic.
Well, we've had some leads that we weren't impressed with or happy with.
And that happens.
Take it back to your solo ad provider and let them know. Say, hey, this is unacceptable.
If you have a lot, and that's why having things to track your links is really important if you can. So,
Walter, connect with me on Facebook, will you? Just send me a friend request, Adam Reeker, and then maybe we can talk a little bit further.
Very good.
All right.
Anything else? Is that all? I feel like everyone's good.
Everybody good? Everybody cool? How many folks hopped on? I'm not sure if we can see.
Oh.
Can I see if I do?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do this one?
You never know how many.
It's about right. About 70 to 100 every night. I'm telling you guys, when there's only like 50 people on, we'll really drop the hammer. Swear
we
to God.
did that one week too.
Yep.
A bunch of people missed out, but yeah, it's oh, there it is. Thanks, guys. You never know what questions you're gonna get asked when you're on a live, and not a lot of companies.
I honestly don't know if there's too many questions that could ever stump us.
That's true. Very true. We're not getting our own talk show. We actually have a vlog channel. You want to check?
We do have a vlog, except we've been busy with this thing called Now Lifestyle.
So we haven't vlogged in a while,
vlogged.
But that's probably the equivalent.
I will drop this link. It's called, if you search Us For Real on YouTube, here, I'll just type it, Us For Real. You can see our goofy selves. No spaces.
No, you could use spaces. It's also okay.
Us For Real. That's our vlog channel. You'll see that we're not perfect people. You know, we get a little bit crazy, we get a little bit stressed out. We did actually for real live in a 500 square foot apartment for 10 years. You'll also see that that's true. And you'll see when we moved and all that stuff. So
very good.
Walter, I'm not sure what the question was, sir. What are podcasts? Oh, podcasts are just like an internet talk show. People have asked me for a long
the radio, but you listen to it through the internet.
People have been asking me for a long time when I was going to do a podcast. I'm like, sometime after I don't work full time, probably.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to let you go. Thanks for hanging with us tonight.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you in
Absolutely.
Texas. Some of you will see you in Texas next week.
Yep.
It'll be good. All good?
It's going to be fun. We guys, if you're on our team going to Texas, we have a special gift for each and every one of you. Actually, it's a gift that changed Ashleigh in my life. It's a book. It's a really cool story. It's a guy by the name of Frank Bedker. It's one of the coolest. It's one of the coolest books I've ever read, and you all get a copy of it.
Sounds good. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Have a good rest of your week. Don't forget to tune in to Daniel Come tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know who he's interviewing, but probably someone pretty awesome. So make sure you check that out.
Maybe he's interviewing us.
Nah, he's not.
It was fun. We used to hang out with Daniel on webinars. Now he doesn't ask us anymore. He's like, you just go do your own damn webinar.
No, he's got a bunch of
language.
people hanging out with. Anyways, guys, we'll see you later.